Today we're talking with Dr. Deborah Martin at St. Mary's University. We're going to talk about the upcoming Regional Science and Engineering Fair that will be hosted at St. Mary's University. And Dr. Martin, thanks for being here today.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us a little bit, what is this science fair and when is it?
This is a regional science fair. It's associated with the Minnesota Academy of Science, where there is about 7 districts here, regions in Minnesota. We are the southeast region. We take in schools from as far away as Faribault and Northfield, Red Wing, all the way down to Austin. So that's our region. It does not include Rochester. They have their own fair. Students do science projects over the course of the year, some in conjunction with their courses that they have in their schools, others just on their own. Local schools will have their own competition, and then they take the best students from those local competitions, and then they get to go on to the regional competition. And then from the regional competition, they get to go on to the state competition.
So how many students are you expecting? How many projects will be here?
We have 147 students that are registered. There is probably about 120 projects, so some of the projects are team. In addition to the projects, there's also the opportunity for students to do what they call a paper competition, where they write up a paper about their research project, and then they also give an oral presentation about it. And so that's really 2 competitions that are going on for the Regional Science Fair. And our science fair is going to be held on February 28th. So the papers are already being reviewed that they had to write, and then they'll be doing the oral competition the day of the science fair, in addition to their projects.
So how sophisticated do these projects get?
Some of the students that are coming, and these are even those that are in the middle school, they have been working on these projects for probably at least 6 months to maybe a year. They might even have worked with professors at St. Mary's and Winona State. Some of the high school students have even been known to do projects that have been done with researchers at Mayo Clinic. And so they get pretty sophisticated.
It's going to be a learning opportunity for everybody that comes to see it, I think.
It is, and the public has the opportunity to come between 3 and 5. Competition is done from 9 until 3, but then it's open to the public from 3 to 5. And then there's an award ceremony at 7 o'clock at the campus of St. Mary's University.
So after the Regional Science Fair, you said they go to a state competition?
Yes, as it turns out, we are one of the only science fair in Minnesota that, because we're so close to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin's, their regional science fair, the students would have to go to Milwaukee from this area. We also take in students from Cochrane Fountain City. We've also had some other inquiries in past years from like the Cross region and all the way up to like Luck High School, which is, I think, north of Eau Claire, to have their students present at our regional science fair. And so in addition to the Minnesota science students that can go to the state fair up in the Twin Cities, and that's sponsored by the Minnesota Academy of Science, our students can also go to the Badger State Fair. In order to go to the Badger State Fair, it's only high school students that can go. And to go to the Minnesota Academy of Science, it's middle school, so 6th through 8th grade, and then the high school competition, 9th through 12th. In addition to that, we get to pick a high school project that can also go on to the international fair, which is called ISEF. That's sponsored by the Society for Science and Engineering and the Public. And that is, I believe, going to be held in San Diego this year. So the high school competition can get very vigorous because the students really like a paid trip to this international fair.
It's at St. Mary's University. Whereabouts on campus, and what are the hours for people?
It is going to be held in the gymnasium at St. Mary's University. Students are going to start setting up at 7:30. Competition goes from 9 until 3, and then it's open to the public from 3 to 5 in the gymnasium at St. Mary's University.